Assalamu alaikum guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be automating the deployment of our static site on the Apache server. So for this, what do we need on our machine installed? We need Ansible and we need Apache. Or Apache is going to be installed in the process actually, but yeah, we're just going to be using it, So as you can see here, I have this Git repo. It's the starter pack that I'm going to be using instead of just me typing and creating all the files in the video. So as you can see here, the documentation, the README file tells us what to do. So the first thing is just to install the Ansible package if you don't have it. And after so, you can just clone this project, and I'm going to be explaining what the rest things are. So let me just start with this. I'm gonna skip the Ansible part because I've already installed it on my machine. So just to check the version, like Ansible version, and as you can see, I have it installed. This command right here will only work for Ubuntu. If you have different distribution, just click the here button right here and just follow the documentation to install it on your different distribution. So now I'm just going to be cloning this repo, and right now let's see what's actually written right here. So we need to copy private key and set host name. So what are these things? First, let's actually print the content of the credentials Ansible. So as you can see, there's a private key right there, but I need to actually put here the private key of the server machine right here. So if you actually look at the content of Ansible CFG, I'm using this credential Ansible file as the private key to connect to my machine. So for this, I need to copy my key and put it there. So to do this, I'm just going to be using copy SSH, and my key is called server, the private key that I've created for this machine. And I'm going to be putting it at credentials Ansible. One more thing that you would like to do is actually change the permissions over this file to 700, and it's at credentials Ansible. Yeah, hit enter. Now after so, let's talk about the hosts YAML file. And as you can see here, I'm specifying the server. This is the IP address of the machine that I'm going to be the remote server that I'm going to apply all the changes to. But right here, I didn't specify the IP address. I just wrote server. So this is actually because I have the name server binded to the IP address. So just check hosts. So as you can see, I have it binded to this IP address. Probably if you're using a remote machine like a server or something like this, you're going to be having a public IP address. This one is private. So yeah, now actually let's talk about the second file, which is, let's just me open it in Nano because the file is kind of long. It's called deployer YAML. And what is this file? This is actually the Ansible configuration file that I'm going to be using to deploy the site. So what happens here? So the first I have the var domain name. So this is the site, my site name. Okay, I've just decided to call it awesome site. I'm going to be using this name to in the deployment with Apache. And here's the zip file. I've packed my web application, my front page, in a zip file, and I'm just going to be just unpackaging this file on the server. Here I have some tasks. So the first task is going to be me doing upgrade for the packages on my machine on my remote server. After so, I'm just going to install Apache. Then I'm going to create the home directory. The document root directory for our project, which is going to be at /var/www and the var domain name. So it's going to be actually awesome.sites. Make sure actually to change the awesome.sites name to your site's name and the path to the zip file. Okay, by default it's in this directory that I'm running this YAML file from. So yeah, after so I'm gonna be installing the unzip command if it does not exist. After so I'm gonna unzip the file. So the file is at this following path, which is var zip file path, and I'm gonna be extracting it to right here. You can actually change the path right here to a different path if you want. So if you don't want to extract it at the /var/www, well, you can just change it, but I'm just gonna leave it to the default one. Here I'm just setting modes, owner, and the group. And after so I'm just generating the configuration file. Here I'm using the Jinja, if I pronounce this correct, Jinja configuration file. I'm gonna be showing you this file. It's actually at the templates folder in this directory. After so I enable my site and reload Apache. So yeah, that's all about this deployer YAML file. Now let's have a look at the templates. So actually this file is just the basic template of any Apache server. As you can see here, these variables are going to be replaced by the real value at the runtime when Ansible runs this file. And yeah, so if I actually do ls, we can see here's the zip file that I'm using actually right now. So yeah, to get started and just run this, all you have to do is just ansible, ansible playground, and then deploy.yaml, and hit enter. Now it asks you to enter the password of this key that we're going to using the passphrase, so I'm just going to type it, hit enter. Yeah, now it's upgrading the packages, now installing Apache. This is actually going to take a while, so let's just wait. Yeah, changed. We've created the directory, installed the zip file, unzipped. Actually, install unzipped, it returns OK server, not changed, because turns out I have my the unzip package already installed. The unchanged means that we have changed something on the server machine. But as you can see, the update packages didn't do anything because actually my packages are updated there, and the same for as install zip. The rest have changed something actually inside the server. So yeah, actually you can see everything has worked. Now what's left actually? Let me just show you the content quick of this templates, this file. So actually our server name will be the var domain name, which is actually was awesome site. So what I have to do is actually just open my main machine right here. I'm gonna be editing this host file. Right here at the IP address of the machine, just add the site's name. As you can see, I've already typed it before, so it's awesome site, just to make sure that the it searches for this site at the wrong address. So yeah, now let's just open Firefox right here and type http awesome site and hit enter. And as you can see, this is our site that we have deployed on our machine. Just for practice purposes, let's just change the awesome dream site to something else on the server machine. So I'm gonna be I don't need sudo, or probably I'm gonna need sudo because the file is at a different directory with a different username. So it's gonna be at var w awesome site, and here we have index.html page. So yeah, let's search to this line that has the awesome dream sites. So I'm gonna change this to awesome dream sites, like yes, for example, I don't know, yeah, something like this. Just hit save and get back to the browser. Now reload it, and as you can see, it's showing the yay that we've printed, just to show that this is actually loading from the server machine. So yeah, guys, that's all about the Ansible and the automated deployment. I wish you liked the video, and if you have any questions or get stuck with any kind of problems, feel free to type it or text it in the comments down below. And thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.